Okay, we're good.
All right, that was a bunch of crap. Anyways, is your mom there?
She's gone. She is at an appointment or something.
Oh, okay, good. Can't have mom listening on to this, huh?
Yeah, she wouldn't care anyways. She'd just be busy doing her own thing. So, what have you been up to lately? What's changed in the last year?
Last year. Holy crap!
Yeah.
We're doing all. How about just today?
All right, let's just go with today.
All right, I'll start with last night. Last night I watched. I don't watch that for like 15 years. Pretty good.
Hold on, I can't hear you that well.
Let's
There
see.
you
What
go.
could I do? Maybe I got to hold my phone closer like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways, last night I watched Lionheart, that Van Damme movie.
Oh yeah. How was
Yeah,
that?
it's a good solid flick. It's like classic Van Damme, and it doesn't get too entangled in romance because some of the other ones like Nowhere to Run or even Universal Soldier, they kind of get sidetracked into like a romance thing. So it
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah. He's gonna kill your ass, Lionheart.
Yeah, that dude's one of the best parts, man. If it wasn't for him, the movie would drag pretty hard because Van Damme's
Mm,
very, yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's. I don't know how to put that.
yeah, good old Joshua. Yeah, that movie's good. Is it? I can't remember who the chick is that plays like the villainess. She's been in a few other things.
Oh, I didn't recognize her, but she was a super bitch, man.
Mm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, watch that. Let's see. I pubbed a book yesterday. Well, a real short story. It's only like 4 pages,
Oh
called
yeah.
"The Clone Forbidden 69." And then,
Uh,
go ahead.
oh, I was gonna ask how long did your three head bobs get? How many pages?
That's like 20, I think.
That's pretty good. It's
So
good
yeah, I
length.
did that short one. Then I did a real short one this morning, about 3 pages, and sent it in, called "Tomb Taters," where Bridget gives a speech trying to convince the cosmic Viking overlord Victor Tom Braids that Alicia chick that plays Tomb Raider is worthy to take the throne as Tomb Raider. It's really stupid. It's just all about tits and ass and stuff.
Is it mostly just the speech?
Yeah, it's pretty much it's just a speech. It's not even like hardly written. Like it's not even written where it's like so and so did this and so said. It's just kind of like a rant.
Yeah. You should have like as he addressed the crowd, he waves his arm across gesturing across the audience and put like a sound effect in there like slick slack as he's just waving through.
I would, but I didn't even write it like that. Like it really was just like a rant. Like it wasn't even. I don't know. Cares anymore.
Dude, you, with one of your stories that I read with Atomic to May, dude, that one like when Christian runs through the portal and it just goes slick slack and the chief of police is like, Christian, no. That part made me laugh my ass off. I don't know why.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
glad. um, yeah, that's it. Oh, today I saw that on because I was went to KDP. They have a new thing called Kindle Vella, where you can
mm,
publish episodes like real short. So it's for short stories, but you just make
huh.
a continuous episode where people can buy episode per episode. I guess I don't know. Might be a good thing to look into. It's a beta, so I don't know if they're going to keep it, but
Uh, that might be worth looking into. I haven't written anything in a while. I need to work on something, but I don't know. I've been lazy.
yeah, that's okay. There's
Yeah,
almost no point. I just been writing crap because it's kind of funny just to put it out there.
that's kind of where I'm at. Like it when I'm in the mood and something's funny. You know, I don't know. I was talking to my dad the other day, and he's always told me I should write something serious, and I'm like, I hate writing. I, I hate it. It's fun when you've got a good idea and something that can make you laugh, but overall, writing is just fucking gay.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's worse if you write something serious. It'll probably get even less reads than your crap. It's the crap that goes
yeah,
to random people. The serious stuff really fades into the abyss.
yeah, yeah. I think you're onto something. Writing 4-page stories.
I don't know if I wouldn't say that much, but it's just something stupid. It's just funny
Yeah,
that you could like put it on Amazon and like make these covers and stuff.
yeah. Like there's no standard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I'm going for the real low bar.
yeah. But your shit's pretty funny though.
I mean, maybe I used to occasionally hit something, but nowadays it's it's total garbage.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel that way about some of my stuff on there, but yeah, it's fun.
But you never know. Sometimes garbage you could you might strike some gold on occasion.
You
Hell,
know,
if you just even knock it once, making like 10,000 sales or something, that's worth it.
yeah. I mean, with how little we write, like that, we don't write big books or anything like that, and the style that we write, I think could appeal to people that are into like Adult Swim and stuff. Just random weird
Losers.
stories. Yeah, pretty much.
If you read my books, you're a loser. But don't
Yeah,
worry, I'm a loser too.
yeah. People that are doing things with their lives don't read our stuff, but yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I just think it's
But
funny that like I gave that 3 head bobs free or whatever, so you
mm,
could pick it up. Again, not that I really recommend it, but since you're in it, you might as well. But anyways, I
well,
got
that's
like I'll go ahead.
no. You go ahead, man. You were talking first.
Just it like 15 people got it, and it's so funny that
Oh yeah.
like these 15 people will get it, but then like nobody's gonna leave a review, and that like I mean I'd love like a terrible review because they're hilarious, but it's even funnier that people get this and they probably read like what the they don't even know what to say, no review. They just like I don't know. I just
Yeah.
wonder what they think when they read this because there's no prep for getting into this stuff.
No. Well, I got a good review recently. I mean, for one of it was for the Baconator, and it was just some random chick that must have just found it, and she she gave it 3 stars, which bumped it up from the 2-star rating that I had, and so it was nice. She basically just said it was a good lunch read, pretty funny, you know,
Oh,
good
okay.
stuff. But
Yeah, I mean, good reviews are good, but bad ones when they're funny
mhm,
are even better.
yeah, like especially when someone gets indignant, like pissed off because you did something to one of their beloved, celebrities or something.
Yeah, I haven't been able to do that yet.
You know,
Mine are just be like, oh, this guy's crazy or something. But I can't. I haven't even actually with all the stuff I've done. I've never even really pissed anybody off.
I think I'm gonna finish up that bacon series, man. I was just thinking about it. I was like, that seems to be like the most read out of the bunch, and I think I'm gonna go with that inspirational video on TikTok you told me about, where he's making mangoes, like giving
Oh
step
man,
by step instructions on how he eats mangoes.
he has a. You should just go look at his TikTok. He has the weirdest posts, and they just pop up at random. And he's I don't know. Yeah, he's always like in the kitchen doing some kind of organic vegan nonsense, and he talks like so quiet you can't even hear him. And you're like, what the fuck is this guy been doing?
Yeah, he's a weird one, man. He strikes me as someone who, if you knew them, you'd probably be like, dude, this guy is kind of like a freak.
Well,
Not in
anybody
like a
that can dance like Footloose is a freak.
oh, yeah.
Well, what's new with you? That was kind of my random.
Well, as you know, uh, broke up with the the chick that I was with. For all our 7 listeners that go and listen to the other episodes and stuff, I'd always like kind of defend her. She'd be in the background and stuff, and I'd always defend her ass, saying she was different. She was different. None of these bitches are different. Yeah, I've learned they're all the fucking same, man. And now I'm just gonna live my life and you know whatever.
Dude, that's the way to do it.
Hmm.
Then you can
Yeah,
watch Lionheart at night.
yeah. I mean, she, I mean, she just looked for a reason to break up with me, and you know, because she had some boyfriend across the U.S. or whatever. But yeah, it's her loss.
And then you broke up, and then you got COVID.
Yeah, yeah. I got COVID like a week later. I came to Portland. I'm still in isolation, but I came here up to Portland. Fuck it, I don't care. Nobody listens to this shit. Came up to Portland from the coast like the next day after I found out she was, sexting some dude, and got my old job back and started hitting up the gym. And then, as fate would have it, got COVID.
And what have you been doing all these days at home?
Mostly just jerking off, watching porn and jerking off mostly.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've barely gotten anything. Like I had all these things like in my head that I was gonna do. I was gonna, try to read some books on health and nutrition and all that shit. And I've just been like, fuck it. I'm gonna watch 2.5 Men, drink some beer, and jerk
Oh, that's
off.
a good show. Does your
Yeah,
mom know you're
it's a great
jerking
show.
off? Does your mom like
You,
smell it in the air?
you know, she can't, because I'm living in her office currently. As bad as that sounds, it's not too bad. There's a bed in there and stuff, and she started to like walk in the other day, and I was just like, hold on,
Oh
and
no.
she, yeah, but I just convinced her that like I came out and after finished up, tuned out their voices and put on some headphones, and I just convinced her that I was, on the phone talking to someone, and it's kind of embarrassing living at my mom's, so I just didn't want them to like, because I'm a little old to be living here, but it is what
Yeah.
it is. It's only for a
Hey, I
couple
mean,
months,
you got out of there with that girl because if you'd married her, you'd be
dude.
at your mom's, but also paying for her lifestyle and her kid.
Dude, yeah, and I fucking, in hindsight, I dodged a bullet, bro. Like I would never badmouth her on the podcast before, but like her job was to basically stay at home with her brother who's autistic, and he's pretty much self-sufficient. He plays video games. You just got to give him food, and her dad is living on the property now, and so he takes care of him, and she gets paid for it and gets money for rent from the state and all this other shit. So she just sits on her ass and plays on her tablet all the time, and her daughter does the same fucking thing all the time, dude. Like I was the only one actually doing any work there.
Yeah.
And my life would have sucked, dude, if I didn't leave. I was miserable the last year. I'd always try to, I'm not a homebody, and I'm not someone that likes to be online all the time. So, I'd always want to go places, and she never wanted to do anything except for play on her fucking tablet, play this stupid ass game that she was obsessed with, like for, all day, every day. That was her life.
Dang.
And yeah, and she, some other dude can go and be a janitor to go and clean up, you know, the shit show she calls a life. And, I've decided, I don't know if I'll ever be in a relationship ever again because they're just not worth it. But if I ever do it, the standard is no single moms, man. There's no way I'm going to raise another man's orgasm and pay
Yeah.
out of my pocket. Fuck that.
Yeah, you can't
So,
be telling some other dude's sperm you love them.
no, and every time that I did, I tried to be nice to her and stuff because her dad wasn't in the picture and stuff, but she just had no personality. Just kind of like her mom, no personality, just chilling and doing nothing, you know? And it'd be a pain in the ass to get them to even just look up at you. But I don't know.
Like I said, yeah, good thing you got out and didn't marry her and then have to pay for however old her daughter
Yeah.
is until she's
Well,
18.
if she was able to get pregnant, man. She would have gotten pregnant because I never pulled out. But so I'm lucky in that regard that she didn't get knocked up because that'd be even worse.
Yeah.
But I mean, she had a good
Oh.
pussy. I can't lie about that. It was good sex, but the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
No, man, it's not. I was thinking earlier when I was eating a sandwich that it's too bad I'm not gay because I bet gay men have the best relationships.
I've thought that too. Like, I mean, if you think about it, like lesbians, I've actually read this up, and I've got a good close friend that's a lesbian, and we've talked about it. Because there's that myth, that a woman knows what a woman wants sexually and all that stuff. And I've heard
Yeah.
stories that it sounds just as bad. Like, there's women who don't know how to eat pussy. There's women who don't know how to please a woman and blah, 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 blah. But the worst part of it is they get like dead bedroom syndrome or something like that, where
Wow.
it's like lesbian bed death. That's what it's called. And I actually thought about writing a story about that, but,
That has
putting my
nothing
own
to do with being
twist
a
on it.
lesbian. That has to do with chicks. Chicks
Yeah,
that require too
exactly.
much to get in the mood. It takes like
Yep. And then you got two chicks that require too
yeah,
much to get in the mood.
yeah.
And, and then I read, I've read in that same article, next it would be like a long-term straight couple that would have the hardest time. And interestingly, it seems like the gay dudes have, and I've heard, my ex-wife had a gay friend and he said that, sex gets boring. But the thing about gay dudes is they're very like open,
Well, they're a
you
guy,
know?
so they'd get it done. You'd be like, look,
Yeah.
let's blow each other and then make a sandwich. Like that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Let's
And then
blow each
you'd be
other and
like,
make a sandwich.
well, yeah. And
Yeah.
then I feel like because well, as long as it's not one of those drama, flamboyant gay guys. Like if it was just one
Yeah.
of like a dude, they'd be like,
Yeah.
sure, let's blow each other and then have a sandwich. That sounds fucking awesome. Be done with it. Where a chick, you're like to get her in the mood, you spend like all day. You got to say all the right things. You say one thing wrong, and then she's not in the mood anymore. It's like
Yeah.
you
And
can't just get the
whereas,
shit done and then like
yeah,
move on with your life.
one with like gay dudes, you could, I mean, if you get into a fight with your boyfriend or whatever, your partner, then all you got to do is just grab their dick and just start jerking, and they're gonna be good to go no matter how pissed off they are.
Yeah, I feel like I go easier. I mean, unfortunately, I don't get hard-ons from guys, but
No, that's the thing is like it's like to me it's like socialism. It sounds good on paper, but it doesn't work for me.
yeah.
Because I don't know, like it is easier to be friends with guys. It's easier to be, to have like those, platonic good friends. I never get into fights with my guy
Oh
friends. And if
man, you make me think of when people get married and they're like, she's my best friend. I can never believe that shit because you take sex out
no,
of the picture, and nobody has friends with women other than like maybe work friends where you're kind of
yeah,
you have to be. But
no,
you're my
and
best
that's the
friend.
thing.
Fuck that.
No,
Dudes are
well,
your
and
best friends.
that's the thing, dude. Like, no, no chick, like my friend Laurel, we're really good friends. She's like my best friend here, and we hang out and stuff. But at the same time, oftentimes I can't talk to her for the same length of time that I can talk to you or talk to someone else because it just becomes chick shit eventually, And it's
Yeah.
just like, and while she's a good friend, you know, cool to hang out with for the most part, it's just not the same. Like, you know, uh, I don't know, when my breakup ended, I've had a bad habit of just going right into other relationships, getting some rebound chick and then it's just a disaster. And
Yeah, like the girl
the,
that finger banged and then got COVID from.
yeah, yeah, I mean, that was cool, but that she's never going to be anything, um, but I'll get to that in a second. But, second night of my breakup, the first night that she ended it with me, I watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall because you kind of mentioned Mila Kunis and how he gets her, and I was like, oh, that might cheer me up, and it did. And then the next night, I watched I Love You, Man, and I was like, damn, that's what I fucking need. I need like some good guy friends that I can just hang out with. I don't need a fucking relationship.
Yeah, so we can slap what is it, slap or spank the bass.
Yeah,
Forget what
slap
they
the
say.
bass.
Slap the
Yeah,
bass.
yeah, or be in a concert and lick their guitar or something. Yeah, I feel like that would be me and you if we lived in the same town, but we're so far apart
Yeah.
that, you know. But yeah, but that chick that I fingered, uh, she'd been someone that I knew for a bit, and just off and on, just talked to her here and there, but she always kind of had the hots for me, and uh, we went and just had some, drinks at a bar uh, right before I got sick, and went into the park, drank some beer, and one thing led to another. I slipped my hand down her pants and just went to town for a minute, and then she stopped me, and because she just didn't want it to go too far there, and I know I could easily bang this chick, but the way that she was talking, like talking about like you know uh her how her ex threw a knife at her and basically convinced her to slit her wrists and all this other
Oh,
stuff. It's like,
jeez.
dude, that doesn't sound like a good situation at all. Like, even if you were hot, I would not want to be with someone like you, just because that sounds psychotic, you know. But
Finger banging at the park, man,
yeah. Well, and then there's
and
this
and
other.
drinking. Was she hot
Yeah.
at all? I can't feel like this was like an Oscar the Grouch situation or something.
Uh, uh, she's heavy, but she's pretty in the face, that kind of
Okay.
situation. But I don't want a
So
heavy
she
chick.
snuffleupagus.
Yeah, I don't want a heavy chick, man. Like, I've always kind of been a little bit of a chubby chaser in my adulthood, but there's big and there's too big, and then but that's not really what I want. I want to go for the prize, I want to go for Mila Kunis. I want to go for Shannon Elizabeth, raise my standards a bit.
There you go.
So
Well, I talk about them both in the story.
yeah, yeah. I mean, dude, I I don't know. Like, as soon as I get my own place, dude, uh, Shannon Elizabeth poster and a Mila Kunis cardboard cutout going right in my room.
There you go, dude. I
Yeah,
love the Elvira one I have.
yeah.
It's awesome.
Elvira, man, she had some jugs. She still does. But
Oh hell yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
that's the way to do it.
that's what carried her into fame, was those bosoms.
No, and she knew, and
Oh yeah,
and then she like good. Like I'm glad that this was back when she exploited them, but then she didn't come back like, oh god, like this is terrible the way people treat me. I don't know. I feel like that's what happens now. Women,
oh yeah.
they get their
They get
fame from it, and then they're
mhm.
like, oh god, it's so terrible that all
Yeah,
men care about are tits.
and then they bitch about it, you know.
Yeah.
And
Once they're
she
over
never,
the hill
yeah, she's never
or
done
hit the
that. She
wall.
still flaunts them. She still flaunts
Yeah.
like a lady. That's how a
Yeah.
lady
No,
should be,
it's
man.
perfect. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
she knows. She knows, and every other chick knows. Scarlett Johansson knows that if she didn't have a good body, no one would give two shits about her.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the truth. The one person that I can't fucking stand is Rose McGowan, dude. Always
Oh
going
yeah.
on this bullshit. Like
Her and
talking
Alyssa
about
Milano.
yeah, talking about Harvey Weinstein and stuff. And from what I can tell, they're talking about the casting couch, right? I don't think they were actually like raped by Harvey Weinstein. I don't know, but because the stories that
Well,
I've heard,
I don't know. I feel like when they're there, they want the part so bad they agree, and then later they call it rape because they feel like they
yeah,
they
they
shouldn't
got
have
taken
agreed. They
advantage
feel
of.
bad about
Yeah,
it.
because they were young and they got taken advantage of and blah 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 blah. And I get, that you could have regret and stuff, but you made a choice.
Yeah, no,
If
that's what I'm
it's
saying. Yeah, I
yeah,
guess they're
if it's a
calling it rape,
casting,
but it's really just regret
yeah,
of saying
I-
going along
if
with
it's a
it.
if it's a casting couch situation, then that's not rape. If it is rape, then that's a completely different story. But I think that oftentimes, for attention, women will do, not all the time. I mean, rape is horrible, but when there is consent, and then all of a sudden they change their mind because maybe the guy didn't like them enough, didn't call him back or whatever, and then it just becomes rape, or you know, or they change their mind and they're like, oh, I didn't like that. You know,
Yeah,
it's that kind of bullshit. I think a lot of those situations in Hollywood, and the Me Too thing, I think a lot of those situations are just people regretting. Yeah, I don't know.
probably.
like the whole consent thing when you're drinking. Like now you can't even go and try to pick up a chick at a bar, or you're the fucking, you're a rapist. Like
Yeah,
you go home and sleep with them, and then they wake up hungover, and they made that decision when they were drinking. It's not like you tricked them. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
all of a sudden you're a rapist. Like that's just bullshit, man. I don't know.
So I can't pick up chicks at bars. You just gotta save yourself for the real prize. And
Yeah.
if you can't
Well,
get
no.
it, maybe God will have mercy on you after you pass and
Mhm.
give you an island full of them.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I'm hoping for because I think feminism has ruined everything, man.
Yeah, I heard this thing about Gal Gadot. Have you ever seen the Justice League movie?
Oh yeah, I know who she is. She's hot.
Yeah, and did you see Justice League, the movie that came out?
Yeah, with Aquaman and
Well, there's
stuff.
a scene. Yeah, there's a scene where the Flash, like, I forget, he trips or something, but he falls on top of Wonder Woman.
Mm,
And apparently, when they're filming, she was like trying to refuse to do that scene,
uh,
and people were mad that she got forced into doing it. But but if you're an actress, that's your job to
yeah,
to
everybody's
do
got
the
to do shit.
scenes.
Everybody's got to do shit they don't want to do.
And then it's not your job to be able to rewrite the story to fit your own beliefs. That this, like, I don't know. I thought it was dumb. It's like
Yeah.
she should be
Well, and
fired. I
also,
mean, she's hot, but that's all she has to offer for that.
yeah. Well, I mean, also the guy that plays the Flash, I think he's gay, dude. Like, I think he's
Oh
a
yeah,
homo.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
what does it matter? It's not like he was getting anything out of it.
yeah. No, but they're something about the male gaze in movies and blah blah blah. But it's a fucking script, and you're an actress, so you do the script that you signed up for.
Yeah.
I don't know. Instead of like trying to like rewrite it and tell people, no, let's do it. I don't know. It's retarded.
Yeah. How about,
Anyways,
he falls on Aquaman?
what?
Like, how about he just falls on Aquaman instead of me?
Oh yeah.
And he
I
would
was
have,
gonna say, I bet if Aquaman fell on her, she'd be okay.
oh yeah. That's the thing is if you're like, the, what determines sexual harassment is how handsome the guy is.
Yeah,
That's
if
all
it's
it is.
wanted or not.
Yeah. If it's, Brad Pitt, making a move, then all of a sudden it's, okay. But if it was someone like me and you, creep, we'd be creeps, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I am a
Although,
creep.
although I think you and I could probably clean up pretty well if we wanted to.
I don't know. I have no idea how people see me. I just kind of go around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I can't even imagine what I look like to other people. So,
yeah.
well, on a somewhat different note, I finally bought a fleshlight.
Oh yeah. How's it?
Have
How's
you
it
had one
working?
before?
No, I had a pocket pussy one time, but
Okay. Was the pocket pussy just one of like the real tight holes in silicone, like a straw hole?
y- yeah, it's just like it was basically just a big piece of like soft latex that looked like a vagina, and it was all right.
Oh, okay.
I don't,
Oh, so you have
I
something
was,
kind of similar then, I guess.
yeah, I guess, but the fleshlight actually has like a tube, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How
Well,
does that work? Does it have
so
like
I
a?
didn't buy one for a long time. I always kept thinking, it's like $70, and I was like, I
Yeah,
don't know, because I was worried it wasn't going to be very good, and I was kind of right. It's not very good.
yeah,
Um, I mean, I don't feel bad. I feel like it was worth paying to find out, but so when I first got it, I tried it out, and things fucking messy. Like you got to keep it super lube because it gets too tacky quickly, and then like
hmm
it's like squirting out the end because it has like a suction. But when the suction's tight, it oozes out the lube. So I made a fucking mess, and it was like this. Like it wasn't even like a good cum. It was just like a disorganized like try to figure this thing out, like how to get it to like. So you're not even like focusing on like thinking about something hot. You're just thinking about this fucking manipulating this thing. And so I like tossed it
yeah,
in my cabinet for like a month, and I was just like done with it. I figured I was gonna throw it away, and then I came back to it, and I kind of like gave it some thought. I was like, okay, so this is a shower toy. This is just not like a let me be on the couch in the living room because it's fucking
yeah.
messy. And so I
Well,
try in the shower. and it was a little better. And I was like, well, maybe a different lube. So I bought, because I was using like KY, just stuff you buy at the store.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so I bought some cheap water based. It's okay, but man, that thing tears your dick up.
Oh yeah. That's why the pocket pussy didn't last that long for me, because it just it dried up
Chafes
too
it, man.
quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's fun for like a few seconds, and then all of a sudden you're like, ah, damn it. You got to pull
Well, in the
out
shower, you
and
can
lube it up
re-wet it,
again.
and which really helps it. But like, you do it one time, it's like going several rounds with your girl. You know, when it gets all red and irritated, and that's just from a one go through.
Yeah,
So unfortunately, it's not that great.
that's too bad, man.
But yeah,
Because
I was like, it's okay, I guess, on a occasion for a child to get it done in the shower. But and then the cleaning up, man, cleaning that thing sucks too.
yeah, I mean, here's the thing: we were, you know, we evolved with opposable thumbs, and I'm gonna head inside because FedEx truck is coming in there loud as fuck. But we evolved with opposable thumbs, or created with opposable thumbs for a fucking reason. Guys have been jerking off since the dawn of time, you know, and
Yeah,
so I think just the old-fashioned way is probably the best to get it done. Because honestly, sometimes you add enough lotion to your hand, and it feels different than a firm hand. So,
yeah, yeah. No, I'm hoping the future sex bots will figure this out because the fleshlight's not there, and I don't think real dolls are there for me to toss in money like that yet.
no, I mean, someday, I would imagine that, especially with the real dolls, I bet you could probably get a really good one that constantly just lubes up. Like you just fill it up, and it's just constantly, with each thrust, it's just getting, you know, wetter and wetter. That would
Yeah,
be something. That would be something.
guy, man, you're making me think you gotta lay down a whole tarp like Dexter in your room. You got like plastic off all the walls, like ceiling, for all the
I don't
splatter.
know, dude. If here's the thing. Like, if you if there was a real doll that could do that, just get wet all the time, fucking make nice ass moans and felt real, you
Yeah,
know, like,
made a few movements, a
yeah,
couple
made a few,
trembles.
and also, did those, pussy
Yeah,
tightenings, the Kegel
little Kegels or
exercises.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the Kegels. Yeah, it did that. Women would be out of a job, and it would
Women are
be,
almost out of a job on their own.
yeah, dude. The marriage rates are just plummeting. I just to cheer my ass up lately. I've been watching a lot of MGTOW videos, and
Uh-huh.
seeing a lot of the where have all the good men gone stuff, because
Yeah.
guys our age aren't getting married to these broads anymore. We've wisened up, and that's kind of where I'm at, man. I'm just gonna be like fucking Charlie Sheen. I'm I can't go full monk mode, dude. I can't do it. Like, I'm too much of a horned up bastard, and I love sex. So my idea is I'm just gonna go to like different Southeast Asian countries and just pick up chicks, dude. Because from what I hear, I think you've got blue eyes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you go there, you're white skinned, blue eyes. You're pretty much a god there. You're considered tall even at like 5'10", and
Yeah.
especially if you just get into a little bit of shape, you're considered a god. Like, it's weird. And so I think I'm just gonna go and do like some sex tourism, not picking up prostitutes. I don't want to go and sleep with the village bicycle or anything. But from what I've heard, you just go to the right places and they practically throw themselves at you.
Oh
So,
man. Okay.
and the best
Wonder
part
what they think
is,
of the weight though. I wonder what they think of size because I'm like 6 foot 250 or something. I
yeah, I don't
don't
know.
know.
I think it's just dependent. I think it would be
On
pretty
your money.
easy. Yeah,
Just
I mean,
depends on money, right?
that's it, dude. That's it. As long as you're like an American over in those countries like Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Korea, you're viewed as like it, you know, and even in the Ukraine, you're like Brad Pitt. You can go
Yeah.
pick up chicks and it's easy. Easy. But
I'm not into it, man. I kill all my kings down the drain until I get like a worthy
worthy.
vessel.
Yeah, but that's the thing, dude. I think over there we could find those worthy vessels. Like, you know, a chick with a banging body, you know, and it doesn't have to be anything because you're going to be leaving. And
Yeah.
you know, if you do happen to knock them up, what are they going to do? Is their country going to come after you for child support? That'd be so difficult to find a one night stand, you
Yeah.
know. So that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm like, you know, go there, wrap it up. If they look clean, you know, then maybe, you know, go a little raw dog, maybe. I don't know if it's worth the risk, so it'd probably always be condoms. But uh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm not I'm not gonna fuck any American chicks, I don't think, because it's just too dangerous. You get them knocked up, or you know, something happens, and all of a sudden, you know, I don't know. But but that's my goal. Like that's my dream. I'm already plotting a trip to the Philippines, and it's so super dirt cheap, dude. Like 2 weeks, I could go stay in Manila for 2 weeks for like $1,300 with flight
Oh
and hotel.
damn! I was when we get done with this thing, I was gonna buy a new mattress today, and it's gonna be like 1,300.
Yeah, but I mean that's a 2 week vacation in a, you know, kind of a tropical paradise city, getting laid, you know, doing all sorts of shit. Everyone that I've known, it wouldn't just be going and having sex, because you can go like on a full day adventure, you know, rent jet skis, go scuba diving, go, you know, with a professional, go, you know, do a tour, and it's going to cost you like $100 for that day to go
Yeah.
do all that shit, you know? So I am 100% down with that.
Yeah. Not bad. Yeah. Single life. I'm with you
Yep.
because
But
chicks are
anyways, enough.
crazy.
Yeah, they are, dude. They are. You know, and it's funny because one of our last episodes, uh, we were talking, and I was like, you know, these MGTOW guys, they're on to something. You're like, oh hell yeah. So
Dude, all you gotta do is watch Legally Blonde or what's another chick movie where it's just like it just almost doesn't even like make sense. Like it doesn't even
no,
like register. It's like I don't even know what they're thinking. It's like it's scary to watch, and that's like iconic chick or something. You know what I mean?
yeah, the best movie that you can watch if you want to be in a relationship is Gone Girl,
Oh yeah, yeah.
because
Dude, that's creepy.
they all think like that. They just don't go that far, but they're
Yeah,
all
that's a serious
manipulative
horror
like that.
movie
Oh yeah, that is a serious horror
for
movie.
a dude. For a dude, yeah,
Yeah, uh, get your life all fucking fucked up and ruined, and then right as soon as you think there's a light at the tunnel, she's pregnant.
yeah,
So
yeah. And the ending was like, oh shit, you gotta sleep in bed
yeah,
with that still.
he's just yep, stay with her and do all that shit. Fuck that. Yeah. But
Ugh.
yeah. So what else have you been up to? You get any new figures?
No, because I've been. I'll get to buy this mattress. I think today's finally did the day, so I really haven't been making any purchases.
Yeah.
'Cause
What
I don't have a bed, so I've just been sleeping on the floor on the couch since February.
yeah, you gotta get a bed, man.
Yeah.
Like
And the
that's like
couch is the couch. The material sleeps too hot, so I usually can't even make it the whole night on the couch because I get sweaty.
yeah. Are you just ordering it from a local place, or
Yeah, yeah.
that'll be
There's
good.
like a furniture place nearby, so I'm just gonna order something, have them deliver it. And no, I just been taking my dog to the dog park, and I've been swimming every day. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
not like swimming, like I'm extra, like I just hop in the pool and dick around, do little
Yeah.
somersaults and shit, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what I do. I don't Guys like us don't do laps.
Well, yeah, but I mean, well, when somebody might just like, oh, I've been swimming, and you don't normally people think of exercise. Yeah, it's I just stupid. Like I'll swim underwater and I'll try to like run on the walls or something.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh yeah,
know.
that's the best way to do it, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the pools here are like kind of strict because of COVID, but there's a pretty cool place I found several years back. It it sucks getting there because you got to hop on like two or three different buses, but
Oh
it takes
damn.
like an hour. It takes like an hour, but it's called Elk Rock Island, and there's like a little path that goes to this island. You know, it's not really an island, but it feels like it, and it's just right on the river, and it's kind of
Oh,
nice
that's
to
too
go
much,
there.
man. The
Yeah, I
pool at
mean,
my apartment's 19 steps from my door.
yeah, I mean that would be ideal, but I don't know anybody that has an apartment around here,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I mean, I know one person, but she's like a friend of my mom's that she's like trying to hook me up with to be friends, but I don't know how that's gonna go because she's pretty churchy, and I
Oh, I
don't think,
was about to
yeah,
ask if she sucks dick, but she still
no,
might. No.
maybe I don't know, but
I
I'm
bet
not
she
gonna try. Just
listens to all those Christian songs where they suck God's dick. Jesus, you're
probably,
my one and only. If you'll spray me with your love.
yeah,
I've
probably,
been.
but oh, good.
Oh no, I was trying to think of more lyrics. Like
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, and it's funny because my mom, I know this term probably isn't going to make any sense to you, but they go to NAR churches, like
You
New
told me
Apostolic.
about the one that like has the gold flakes and stuff or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and they totally believe it. You know, like fire and stuff, like where people will go through like a tunnel of people and they just like, flip out in the Holy Spirit or whatever and
Oh
speak in
man.
tongues and they'll like, I mean, their church I guess is pretty entertaining. I've been a couple times. I mean, it's entertaining from an outsider looking in, just
Yeah.
seeing like all the emotionalism and stuff. Like there's people like painting on stage and stuff, like, and they call it spontaneous worship, because there's people like doing different things. There's people running around with like ribbons and dance.
Oh, excuse me.
Was that a real one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, I had it.
Dude, this is the Dude podcast. You don't gotta apologize for that. But yeah,
That was my
they
little
run
joke.
around. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad because the chicks there that are doing the dancing are in like leotards, so they look pretty good. But yeah, it's not really worth it to go. Just it's weird. It's weird, and but the thing that I was getting to was some of their worship music. They call soaking music
Okay.
because you just say that you sit there and you soak in God, and it just sounds like so fucking gay, dude. Like so
It's
gay.
like, oh
Like
God, take me as I am on my knees. Thrust your Holy Spirit into my holy hole. I don't know.
yeah, well, and that's the thing, dude. Like the music isn't even like the lyrics aren't even that intelligent. It's just kind of like you can feel us, you can feel us,
Uh,
and we feel you. Yeah.
you can touch
Oh,
me. You can touch me if you
yeah.
want to.
Touch my spirit with your spirit. Put your spirit inside of me. It is, dude. Like if you changed it to where they weren't singing about God, but they were singing about a dude,
Yeah,
just
that's
a
what South
few
Park did,
little
right?
lyrical.
Wasn't there like
Yeah,
an episode of South Park where they wrote a song and then they just changed the edit to Jesus, and then it was like,
yeah.
and everybody loved it, but it was like
Very
clearly
sexual.
sexual, and yeah, that's
Yeah,
how it is though.
yeah. Come inside of me.
It does kind of seem like misplaced sexual
Oh
like
yeah.
tension or like I don't know, sexuality is just like misplaced where you like worship
Well, and
God
that's
endlessly.
that's what the old school type of Christians, that sing like the old hymns and stuff like that, more like fundamentalists. They they'll say that those types of churches go for the boyfriend Jesus. Like
Mm,
it sounds like you're singing to a boyfriend rather than to God.
yeah,
And it does, dude. But it can be like when my mom and her husband are here, you know, I I don't knock it. Everybody that knows my stepdad knows his story. He was in prison for like 22 years, and he was a Christian in prison. And you know what happens to people who are Christian in prison typically? They get out
No,
and then they just repeat the pattern.
uh,
They just,
yeah.
but he he's actually done really well for himself. He's, now a trucker making 80,000 a year. He's the head of security at this big church that they go to. He's well loved and all that stuff. And I would never try to take something that's made him a better person away from him, you know.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
so
yeah.
it is
I mean, I
funny,
guess
and some of the
socially maybe it makes people better people, but I feel like inside, so your stepdad still wants to shove his cock down some lady's throat until she dies.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Like
and that's
drowns on his
that's the
cum.
thing. They'll admit it. Like they'll admit that they have those urges and stuff, but they just pray, to get it away and stuff like that. You just have to, soak in God's word and soak in His presence, and
Yeah, so it doesn't. So it's no different than me. You just hear it, you just ignore it, and
yeah,
socially you just act appropriate.
yeah, it's like the 40-year-old virgin, dude. Instead of buying a bunch of toys and doing all that stuff to ignore their boners, they just pray.
Yeah,
And I mean, good for them. Good for them. If it makes people better people and makes them happy, you know, then it is what it is. But it's not for me. You know, uh, I like doing my shit too much. I like watching vulgar shit. I like watching stupid shit, and I don't think the good Lord is ever down with anything like that. So,
hard to know.
yeah,
People would love
I mean,
to say they know what's on God's mind, but I don't know. Who knows?
yeah, I think I do believe that there's a God of some sort, maybe,
They
but
could be well. They could be just as. They could be perfectly happy with us, like jerking off all the time.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what we made it for. Made it feel good.
I don't think that we would have all these feelings and all these different personality types and all that stuff if God was such a hard ass.
Yeah,
Like you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't have this sense of humor, you can't. And that's the thing that always like irritated me. Like when before I met you and stuff, I was still writing these kinds of stories, and it was like, my Christian friends would be like, "Oh, you can't really write stuff like that. You need to tone it down." It's like, dude, why
you
do I
gotta
need to
write what
tone
I
down?
like to read.
Yeah. Why do I need to tone down my personality to make God happy? Like this is who I am.
Yeah.
I like stupid shit. I don't know. I
Well, number
I
one, you
think
probably made a mistake showing your friend or showing those books to your friends.
they
You gotta
just
kind of. You're a salesman, so you gotta qualify your audience.
yeah. Well, I've learned over time. But yeah, I just I don't know, man. Like I think you're right. I think we just need to carry the flag of whatever it is we're trying to carry, save our sperm for someone special. And when that happens, I think if we die, that God will reward us with, He'll reward you with your Natalie Portman water park,
Yes.
and I'll get whatever the hell I want. I think I'd probably want some variety, but
Well, you gotta read my story because I give you a wonderful wonderland.
yeah,
If you can
that's
make it to the end of the book.
oh, I,
I don't,
I will, man. I downloaded it, so I just got to read it because I've
good luck.
just been lazy. I've been lazy. You
Yeah.
know, I haven't even pulled out my laptop. I've just been chilling. Like today, I went to go grab my laptop, couldn't find the power cord, so
Don't worry, man.
had to get
It's
this.
gonna melt your mind. It's not even gonna like. It's not an enrichment activity.
Ah, yeah, but the funny thing is some of those stupid stories. They're some of the best brain candy in the world. Like you get a few laughs and stuff, and yeah, it doesn't make you think, it doesn't make you a better person or anything like that. But you know, I
Maybe
don't, I don't go
you
to
got to
books
think about
to.
writing. You gotta, because this Kindle Vella thing I'm telling you about, like this beta
Yeah,
thing. It's a new thing they've been marketing. Like I've seen ads for it, so they're marketing to people, and there's probably not. I don't know how many authors are involved yet, but it's brand spanking new, so it's not going to be the
Novella.
full 5 million authors. It's going to be a smaller number. So I'm
Yeah, I
going to
mean
try to get
maybe.
something going on it.
Yeah, I mean maybe I could just try out the
And it's
Kevin Bacon shit.
there you
Just
go, break it
take.
up because it's made for short stories, so it's like right down our alley. It's just supposed to be episodes, so it's going to be like an endless. So it's not even like yeah, it's just going to be this endless sequence of episodes. But people can so they buy an episode, so it's going to be
Mm,
cheaper than like a book, and they buy an episode, and if they get to the end, it's like, oh, you want to pay? I don't even know if it's a dollar, it might be less for the next episode, and then they can buy or not. But I don't
mm.
know. If there's less competition because it's brand new,
Yeah, well, and also
it's a good spot where somebody might see it.
it's usually the things that are new like that people get into, and that's where you make your money.
Yeah.
Like when Kindle was brand spanking new, when it was the wild wild west. Unfortunately, I started a few years too late.
Oh, dude, we
But
started like way late. It was back in like 2006 or seven, where there's like 10 Kindle authors, and they bought houses and stuff.
oh yeah, even in 2012, I was hearing that people were still able to make like 50,000 a year just
Oh
writing
man.
stories and putting them on. Yeah, and then Amazon changed their people started putting shit out there constantly around
Yeah.
2012. Like it just hit the market, oversaturated, and then they changed their policy, so it became harder to make money. But maybe this Kindle Vella thing might be good for a bit.
Oh, and KDP has something new too, where you can create a series. Before you could kind of link ones, but this one it's like I haven't done it yet. I was gonna do it today, but you can like create a series and write the description for the series, and then add all the books in that series in order, and
Mm,
it'll show them sort of collected. I don't know. It's like a new thing, so that'd be good for your bacon series too. It looks easy enough to set up.
yeah, yeah. Probably just what I probably should do is go back and rewrite some of it, just that way it makes a little
Dude,
bit more
what is all
sense.
this nonsense, man? You just gotta do stuff and then just leave it alone. Just do it and
Yeah,
move on. Stop
yeah.
rewriting. Who cares? If people get pissed because you miss like 8 periods, they're not your reader. So fuck them.
Well, it's mostly just I'm not happy with where the story went in
Oh,
some
you'll
spots.
never be happy. Like you could rewrite it so it's like the best thing ever, and in 2 years you're gonna look back, it's not gonna be the best thing ever. And so you're gonna
Yeah,
rewrite it again. And then after that, another 2 years, rewrite again. Just leave it, move on. Right. So the
yeah, you're
new,
probably
just
right.
shoot loads on the page and put a cover and charge money.
Were you did you ever do that? You ever go back and look at your old stories and be like, man,
Oh yeah, I can't even read them. There's no point. Can't even look at them. You
yeah,
just keep plowing forward. You get like Clooney and doing Batman. You just don't look at it. You just keep going. Forget about it.
probably should just wrap up the Bacon series, do Apocalypse Pie, and maybe do Lesbian Bed Death.
Oh, nice. There you go. You never know, man. Like after that TikTok where I got 1.1 million views, it's just random. There's nothing I did. Could you imagine that if that was a book and everybody paid like whatever amount? Dude, I would have made a
Yeah,
killing.
I mean, you sell it
So
for
you
like
just got
two
to hope
ninety
for that
nine.
kind of luck.
Yeah, you get like what off of 299, a 299 story, like
$2.
a buck, $2.
No,
Yeah,
two,
I mean,
two.
if a
It's the
million
dollar
people,
one where you get screwed. When you do a dollar, you only get 30. No, you get 35 cents, and Amazon gets 65.
yeah, I mean, if you did a million, if you hit a million on those book sales and got $2 off of each, you'd be a millionaire.
Oh yeah.
You could quit your
So you
job
see
if you were
that
smart.
right there is just yeah. That's the reason right there, just to keep just put it because it's unlikely that you'll get a hit, but if you do and there's could be money involved, yeah, you never know.
And I mean,
TikTok was just a waste, but
a million really isn't that much. I've actually tried to think of ways that I could like get like $1 off of a million people. Like if you could do that, you know, I mean, shit.
That's
There's
Kindle.
got to be a way. Yeah, yeah. You just got to get a million readers.
Oh, it's not even a million readers because even if what if 1/3 of them bought 2 books or something? Like who knows?
Yeah, like if they're like, oh, this actually is pretty good, and then all of a sudden,
Actually, I should discourage you. What am I doing encouraging? I should discourage you.
I
Then it's
guess
less
you're kind of
competition.
right about that lottery ticket.
I should tell you don't do this. I don't need this kind of competition. I should be the
Well,
only one with like all these random books.
just be like, dude, you're wasting your time. Like, I've been there, done that. I'm not writing anything else, and then just be on my back, keep writing stuff.
Yeah. I feel like that sometimes, but since I got time off, I'm trying to put more out there.
Yeah. Well, especially that Kindle Vella. I'll have to look at that after this because that might be like the spark of motivation that I need to get to writing
Yeah.
again. I've got nothing going on. I've still got like 5 days before I can go back to work. I'm technically off of quarantine tomorrow or today, but
Well, see
I
right there, you
can't.
could write 5 episodes. I'm kind of thinking I want to try to do an episode a day, just like 3 pages, 4 pages of
Mm,
nonsense, just so I'm like my name is even out there, even if it sucks and nobody'd like it. At least, it's just a place for somebody to run by your name and maybe go buy something else, or you never know. Just a new
yeah.
category where you can even appear in, where because sometimes they say that people, I don't know, maybe the more people see you, the more they see my covers. Like I've seen this before, and then they'll see it again over time. Be like, hey, I've seen this one before, or something like it, and then you never know.
Well, and that's the thing. Your covers they're not boring. They're like a standard book cover. They're interesting. They grab your attention. That's what got me to look at your
Oh
stuff
damn,
was
they're not stupid enough then.
yeah. No, well, they're stupid, but they don't look like they're not the typical book cover. Like they stand out. Like the one that drew my attention was I was just looking up like bizarro short stories because I wanted something different and I wanted something funny. And then after like looking through 10 pages, I found Megamorphin Power Fiction Volume 3 with Sergeant Slaughter and all these things going
Beautiful
on the
Joe,
cover.
and yeah,
Yeah, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? And,
it's the pending lawsuit.
yeah, pending lawsuit, probably. But I mean, the likelihood that it would ever become a lawsuit would be
Yeah, it
nothing.
had to make some money where people want they want to cut.
Yeah, like if your book,
But on the good
like,
part, I have covers. I have covers made for everything that aren't like that, so
yeah,
they're ready to go. So the second something happens, I can pop in the new one.
yeah. Well, the first thing you would get would be like a cease and desist letter, and then you just change it.
Yeah, yeah, and also I'm saying I already have all the covers ready.
Yeah,
I have the alternate, so should be easy enough to just switch out.
yeah. You know what? One thing you should do, like one thing I would appreciate because I'm definitely not a cover master. I mean, I learned a lot from you, from watching or from just you giving advice and stuff. It'd be kind of cool to like see you make a cover on Be Funky, like on YouTube or something. Just going through your process of this is how I make my covers. You know, just seeing what you do because you do some things on there that I haven't quite figured out. Like you use your blur effect pretty well, and
uh, I used to. I don't use Blur anymore.
yeah,
That was back when I was like, I thought I was making art.
yeah. Well, I mean, still, it'd be cool to see. I mean, that's the thing, though, dude. Like your book covers, like when you put the effort into them, they are art. Like
Yeah,
Atomic
well,
to
it's easy.
May.
You go to Blur. You you add the blur and you add it real heavy, and then you go to like edit blur, like the tab next
Uh-huh.
to it for edit, and then you click the button where it shows the areas in red. Like it has these 3 tabs at the top. I forget what the other
Uh-huh.
two are, but one you click and it shows where all the blur has been added in red.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like just
Down,
the way you use the lights and stuff.
maybe I will one day. I don't know. My covers are. I'm
Yeah.
trying hard to make them really bad.
I mean, some of those really bad ones that you just look like you put them together real quick are also good too. But like the ones that really like stand out to me are like Atomic to May, and then or to Mai, however you say her name, and then
Yeah, that was the
fucking
height of celebrity sparkle trash when I was doing the clouds. I wanted it all to look like Neverending Story.
yeah, and that was dope. Like those covers are fucking awesome, dude. Like that Rob Zombie one that you did, where it's got like all those hands and
Yeah.
some like elk in there and stuff. I was like looking at that shit. I'm just like, man, I don't know if I could ever make a cover that good. But
Good. Nobody's ever read that book. And
yeah,
I think it's such a kick-ass story, and like nobody's read it. It's never been bought. So you've seen the cover, but I'm telling you, I don't think a soul has read that. It's a fun story. Or I
yeah.
thought,
Well,
that's why I
I'll
don't
have
write
to
like
read
that
it.
anymore. Ah, it's garbage. Well, that's what happens. Like your friends are telling you write something serious, you got to write this or that. But dude, that's why I'm writing such garbage because you can really put like your heart into something and nobody's gonna read that shit. And then you put
Yeah.
nothing into something and all of a sudden that one sells and you're like, what the fuck?
Well, and like even your friends, like it, like all of my friends, I gotta beg them. Like my brother loves hearing my stories. The key word is hearing. He doesn't like reading, and I actually got him to read Mazzello Force and the Baconator, and he loved them. But he won't. It's almost like pulling teeth to get him to read.
Yeah, he's not a reader.
Yeah,
Most people, aren't.
no. If it was like a short, film or something, then it'd be pretty easy to get him to watch. But that's the key. I think the way that we write is, pretty quick and pretty visual. I think we'd probably do pretty well at like making videos.
Maybe. But people will read if there's a reason. Like if you hit the right note where like people are talking about it, they'll read.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah. Well, now that I'm
super
back in
effective if there's
Portland,
enough money.
man, I've given a lot of thought. Like, what is it that I want to do with my life? Like, I need to start taking some risks. And there's several community colleges here that have film courses and stuff like that. So I think I'm just gonna go and do that. Um, Probably start like maybe next January or something. Just go and start taking some film classes and trying to make that my goal. It's getting stupid, basically the way for my imagination to go out and for more people to see it because it's a quick YouTube video, it's a quick web series or whatever. So
I don't know which would be more funny is if you made a film. I don't know if it'd be funnier if you got Kevin Bacon to sign on to do it, or if you had somebody imitating Kevin Bacon. I don't know which would like be funnier.
oh
If you did
I'd
like a
probably just
JB CD thing or like a
yeah, I mean I'd probably just honestly hire an actor that kind of looks like Kevin Bacon and have him play Kevin Bacon.
or have parts where like the real Kevin Bacon comes in, but doesn't
Yeah,
play Kevin Bacon, plays like some unimportant
so
side
yeah,
role. Like, wait,
an
that is
important
Kevin Bacon. What's he fucking doing
yeah,
here, not playing Kevin Bacon?
yeah, exactly. Like have a guy playing Kevin Bacon that doesn't look anything like Kevin
Yeah,
Bacon,
and then Kevin
and
Bacon
then
plays like the store clerk or something.
yeah, exactly, like a quick role that I don't even have to give him too much money for. Yeah, that would be that'd be the tits.
Or what if like you made a film about Kevin Bacon and we had an actor play Kevin Bacon, but then Kevin Bacon himself played every other role in the movie.
Or Kevin Bacon plays his wife, Kara
Oh,
Sedgwick or whatever.
oh yikes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking awesome.
Man, custom moolah.
Or yeah, I mean anything's possible. The cool thing about being here, dude, is every once in a while, like I think I get I'm sure you feel the same way. Like most of the time, what you're writing is garbage, but every now and then you just strike on something gold. And if you could just figure out a way to get this out, it would make all the difference. Like people would laugh at this shit. They'd think it was hilarious,
I don't know.
and
Maybe when you think it's gold doesn't mean like
other
jack.
people think,
So I don't know. Yeah, that's the weird thing about I guess art. It's like
yeah,
you might think it's gold, and then that gets out there, and nobody would like it, and then the thing that you think is garbage, people may like take to.
yeah, that's true. I guess it is all
All that I
subjective.
know is if you got a million readers on yours, I'm pretty sure some people are going to be pretty upset, but it'd be funny. Chicks are going to be real pussy hurt.
Yeah. Why is nobody wanting to read my paranormal romance
Oh.
Kindle Vella?
Why are they reading Tomb Taters?
Yeah. Or oh yeah, the see, I thought about writing the retarded ghost, but I think I'm gonna go with the politically correct poltergeist. That's another one I want to write. So, and what that one's gonna be about is a white dude in Southeast Portland, who's all for BLM and LGBT and all this other shit, and then he dies in his apartment, and everybody that tries to move in, he haunts until a black man and his transgender girlfriend move in. So, and because he's politically correct, he's got to figure out a way to haunt them without being offensive.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I think those types of stories are the best because those are the ones that could strike up, controversy, and you know, like I think my most controversial story, and I'm surprised nobody has read it or picked it up. I guess maybe it was just timing because I wrote it so late.
Oh,
Is
the Roseanne.
Yeah, oh hell yeah, dude. And the funny thing is if you read the book or if you read the story, it looks like like I'm the
Sympathetic.
hero. No, it looks
No.
like I'm not sympathetic to. Well, I make Roseanne a hero at the end. I basically make it. I make this black guy in Ferguson the hero of the story, and so as offensive as it is, it could. I still have that loophole where I can just be like, well, it is offensive, but it's just comedy. And look, I made the black guy the hero. Like,
Yeah.
He's going around acting like 1960s Batman, thinking he's all badass and stuff,
Pow,
fighting,
bam.
yeah, fighting Nazis and stuff. Well, there's this scene that I wrote, and I read it to my brother, and my brother just started busting up laughing because what I did was I gave this guy in the story. He's a huge Roseanne fan in the story. He goes home, but it's not revealed. He's like uh, a city do-gooder type guy, and he goes to meet Roseanne and greet her and bring her into the city and stuff like that. But Roseanne has accidentally taken this drug that's like a mix of LSD and meth, and thinking it's Ambien, and so she sees all the black people as apes. and starts running around Ferguson, and that Nazi guy, Richard Spencer, comes to her aid, and she calls him Dick, and he's like, basically she's, falling in love with him as he's saving her from the apes and stuff. And this guy, the hero of the story, goes home and has a nervous breakdown. And when he gets home, it's revealed that he, because he grew up without a father in his life and all that stuff, he felt like the Connors were his family. Like he has a picture, and I made a thing on Be Funky of it, where I took a season 2 picture of the Connors from Roseanne, and I put this black kid's face over Darlene's body with some tape. And in the story, he picks it up and looks at the old family portrait and stuff, and he starts crying, and it's this picture of his face on Darlene, and he goes upstairs, shaves his head into like a mohawk, like a Mr. T mohawk, puts on these glasses with tape on the rim.
Hold on. Wow. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and so he dresses like Sloth from the Goonies with just these dorky ass glasses, and he's got
And
the
that
red
little,
suspenders.
yeah.
Yeah, but his emblem instead, I tried to make an alternate cover, but they wouldn't let me upload it. Um, his emblem, instead of the S, the Superman S, it's a C for Connor, and he calls himself Super Connor. And he goes to the Nazis' lair. It's this warehouse, and Ferguson, and he looks through the windows, and he takes the suspenders from the front and attaches it to this windowsill that's open, and he's like thinking he's gonna go down, like rappel like a like a badass with these suspenders, and he just basically falls through the window and falls like 2 stories down and stuff. Oh, that's
That's
kind of
oddly
where,
coherent.
yeah, that's where I was going with it, but yeah, it was a fun story.
And what was the title again? I mean, I know what it is, but for that one person that's listening, that's like,
Oh yeah,
oh, a
Roseanne.
book.
Roseanne versus the Planet of the Apes. Roseanne vs. the Planet of the Apes, and it's by Zordon Monsanto. And then Bridget Chase, Three Head Bobs, and The Witch's Throat is your newest current work, the long one.
No, I did the one yesterday, the clone Forbidden 69, and right now this morning I put in Tomb Taters.
Tomb Taters.
Yeah,
Tomb Taters.
basically it just talks about I forget her name, Alicia something that plays Tomb Raider. Just talks about her tits. I'm trying to convince a Viking that she's a worthwhile Tomb Raider. And
So,
mine is not as coherent as what was just stated with Roseanne.
yeah. I mean, I try, but some of my stories get pretty incoherent. But what's a story that you think you would like if someone was like, what's your best story? What's the story that I should read to understand what you're going for?
Let's think. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe Tomb Taters. Maybe my newest one.
Tomb
I don't know.
Taters.
I don't care. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm going super incoherent on mine now. Not these days. It's just all this random. You'll see if you ever read the Three Head Bobs. It's it's a new page in the continuation of my art.
The slubbery.
It's nothing like the passenger screech and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
see,
know.
that's probably the one that I would hand off to people, is like, you got to read Passenger Screech.
Well, because that one you can hand off and people won't judge you badly.
No. Well, and when Dustin Diamond died, didn't you get a few cells from that?
Yeah.
I mean, you never know, dude. You never know.
I was hoping
Someday.
like somebody would have picked up and be like, oh my God, can't believe you wrote this stuff about our beloved. No, nothing happened. Of course,
And
nothing
then
ever
leave just a
happened.
horrible review.
Oh man, I would
No,
have loved
people
it.
are too lazy to write reviews.
I know. I'm trying to write something that's remarkable. Not necessarily good, but just makes you remark. Just incites an outcry, like, oh, I must say something about this.
Yeah. Excalibur is another good one I would hand off to someone.
Yeah, it's tame though.
I don't know, dude. A preteen girl getting some balls and stuff that turn into not preteen, I guess, but high school, chick.
Yeah, and to travel time, didn't he like fuck her in the ass, and then at some point she started taking roids and turned to a dude, and her dong was all hanging out at the gym, and I forget.
Something like that. It went pretty crazy.
I know
Like,
the end is really backwards, and I can't remember. It was
a good
all
one though.
kinds of. Well, you're the only person that's read it. That's another one of mine that just. The ones that get read of mine are Muppet Chainsaw Massacre, Wizard of Ozzy Osbourne.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of the top. What's the other one? There's one other one that gets hit a lot. Can't remember. I had to look it up.
Yeah,
But the majority of them never get read.
When Ozzy dies, you'll probably get a few hits from that.
Maybe. I should go kill him, huh? Gotta make my money. Got to pay my
Yeah.
bills.
Well,
Just
he had
start offing
Parkinson's.
people and writing books about it.
Oh, dude, you know what? That would be a way to get some sales if you were like a serial killer and you're basically leaving clues on to, who your next victim was going to be, a celebrity.
like leaving a book with them. And put so I'd publish it and then I'd print it out and then I'd leave it at the crime scene.
Yeah, something like that. Or fucking have it to be where you can write a story ahead of time and then people have to figure out through your stories who you're going to kill next.
Yeah.
People would buy that shit. Because there'd be people that would be like, I have to help solve this mystery. It's a real mystery. There's this guy out there who's psychotic, who's killing all these beloved celebrities, and he puts in his books who he's gonna, you got to figure out through his books and kind of puzzle it together, who his next victim is gonna be, and he'll kill him within the next couple weeks. So we got to
It's a lot
solve
of
it.
work, man. I think I'd just rather write my 4-page Kindle Velas.
Well, you just do your Kindle Vella, but make each series kind of give hints on who you're going to kill next. People would buy it.
Well, all that killing, that takes some work, man.
Yeah.
Part
Well, and then you'd be spending a
it.
shit ton of money to make a whole bunch of trips to LA and stuff, and
Yeah, I can't be doing all that.
nah, it'd take too long.
Well, a minute ago when my dog was doing all that barking, it's because I got my package from Amazon. Got some new
Oh,
movies,
nice.
man.
What movies did you get?
Got Kickboxer and Willow. Have you ever seen that movie from the 80s?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
showed my
one. That was what?
Oh, I showed my kids that one like a year ago because I was like, you have to watch it.
Did
They
they
loved
like
it.
it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they loved it.
And then I got Judge Dredd, the Stallone one, not the remake.
Nice.
And then I got the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man collection, the 3 movies.
Fucking Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. Yeah, so not a bad little haul.
No, that
Kickboxer
sounds
there.
pretty good. And that chick, Kirsten Dunst, dude, she used to be pretty hot.
Yeah, she had her times. And then there are other
Mm-hmm.
times you see her like, ooh, I don't know. She kind of looks like I don't know, a 20-something grandma.
Yeah, kind of rough.
Yeah.
Hillary Duff, man, I think she's still pretty hot from what I've seen.
Yeah, she was super hot on Lizzie McGuire, man. I'm trying to think of anything I've seen her in other than Lizzie McGuire.
I've just seen some pictures here and there, like on the internet.
Oh, okay. Because I haven't looked her up, so I don't know. But I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of remember when at some point after she did all that Disney stuff, didn't she do music? Because I think I saw like a music video with her in it, and she was pretty hot then.
Yeah, that's what she was doing.
Yeah, she's never been on my radar, I guess. Never really thought about her. I don't know. Maybe now I can find something. Maybe I'll become obsessed with her now.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna look her up, and then this whatever pictures you saw, I'll see, and I'll be like, my muse, the writing's coming back to me, and my testes will swell with words, and then I'll just spew them onto the keyboard.
4 pages.
4 pages, and then put a price tag on it. So
Yep.
you should be glad you get to read this and pay for it.
Maybe in the afterlife, what we'll have is hot ass virgin celebrities that know how to fuck, and we can have them do mud wrestling each other for our cocks.
Hey, this stuff is gold. You gotta write this down. Now you're talking my language.
Trip to heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably could. I mean, I've read enough of the New Testament that I could probably easily write like some sort of epistle of some sort. I don't know.
Well, to save you having to read 3 head bobs, you want me to tell you the ending? of what I gave
Uh,
you.
I'll still read it, but sure. I mean, it might inspire someone to read it.
Also, and then you don't have to read it. You'll know the. Well, it doesn't explain
Yeah.
the head bob part and like killing your ex-wife and stuff, but
Yeah.
through oral
Well,
sex. But you have to
well,
read for that part.
yeah. Well, I'll tell that story real quick. Maybe that'll be enough. I'll skip the ending. I'll read it, and then on the next episode we can talk about what I thought of the ending. But yeah, three head bobs in the witch's throat. I've lived it, man.
Dude, that's like
No,
trauma. That's like concentration camp shit.
yeah, yeah. Well, and the funny thing is I get along with my ex-wife now, so I would never tell her like because she's been
Oh, you should have to
pretty.
read the book, read the story.
Oh,
She dies in it just to just to let you know.
okay.
Very very violent death.
What was it that you called it? The no hand
Yeah,
nut or something?
no stroke nut.
The
Yeah,
no stroke nut.
yeah, that's
Is that how
involved.
they kill her?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's her weakness is semen in the mouth.
That makes sense.
And there's a
Yeah.
whole thing where, I don't know how much you want me to go into, but I summon a lot of powers, and with your help, you give me friendship boners. And so, like, by calling out celebrities and what they're doing, and then you have a dick that's Jeff Bezos, and he can shoot holograms out of his urethra mouth, and I watch the holograms and I get off ready for my no nut, uh, no stroke nut, and then I enter your ex-wife's mouth and I blast out the back of her head, and then I toss you the He-Man sword and you chop her head off to finish it, and then we go to court. Yeah, then we had to go to court because we were out for murder, but it goes okay. I won't give it away, but it's okay.
Alright. That's actually pretty funny. And for
We'll just
anybody
say that the
listening,
court was on our side.
the real quick story is right before I got my ex-wife kicked me out. We were in the shower and she started to go down on me. She gave me three bobs and then stood up, and I thought I was going to get laid, so I followed her out of the shower because that's where we were at. And we would only have sex maybe like once every 2 to 3 months, and it wasn't all that great. And so I was kind of surprised by the blowjob, and so I thought I was going to get some action. I follow her out, and
Blowjob, three head bobs is not a blowjob. I could do that
no,
to a guy and not be gay.
yeah, I got three head bobs in the witch's throat, and I followed her out, and I started to turn her and to kiss her, and she said, "What are you doing?" All indignant. "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I thought things were starting to get a little hot in there. Or don't you want to have sex? Don't you want to fuck?" And she was like, "That was a treat. That was a treat." That's not a treat. That's torture. That's like psychological abuse.
It is.
And then
That's
I
what,
had to, yeah, and then I had to go in the bathroom and finish myself off. It's just not fair, man. These
it's
broads.
seriously one of the worst things I've heard about a relationship abuse. It's like,
Oh hell yeah, dude.
that's really bad.
Oh
Three
yeah,
head
and
bobs.
that's the thing. Like the good thing about my last relationship is she didn't weaponize sex, but every other chick that I've been with has weaponized sex. Like they use it, and they use it to fuck with you. They use it to get you to do what they want, and they treat it like it's a chore. I've actually kind of learned, dude, that and I've learned this from experience over the last few weeks. Chicks dig assholes. Like you
Yeah.
got to just be the type of dude that's like, you don't want to suck my dick, fine, I'm gonna go and find somebody else that wants to. Fuck you. Like I went to H&M the day before I got quarantined. I just figured I'd been smoking a little bit, so I figured I just had a cough from smoking a little too much. And we go to H&M to return some stuff for a client of hers, and we go up to the counter, and there's this chick. Her name is like something weird. It's that fucking Sleeping Beauty name. Um,
I
I
don't
can't
know.
remember. I can't remember. It's something probably makes her feel really unique, and she probably just made it up because her real name is like Michelle or some shit. But we get up to the counter, And she's like, "Oh, why are you exchanging these?" And I, before my friend could say anything, I said, "Well, she got them for me for as a gift, but I'm a little too fat for them," and that got a laugh out of both of them and stuff. And then the chick says something, and she's cute. She's cute, but she's got like really short hair, like just a total feminist
Ooh.
type.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, not good. Uh, like uh, like Miley Cyrus boycott. You know what I mean? Um, and
Oh, so
so
Justin Bieber.
yeah, and so I'm like, uh, she says something, and then I'm like, well, I don't really care. She's just my friend. Like I think it was something like, "Yo, you shouldn't say something like that." And so I was like, "I don't care. She's just my friend." And she was like, "No, her name was Aurora. Aurora, that's right." So she Aurora says, "I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about me. I should be, or I'm your everything." Something stupid like that. And I was like, what?" And she's like, "I should be your everything." And I was like, "You mean nothing to me. You're just a cashier at a mall." And I
Oh
could
my
tell
God.
she got so butthurt. My friend, this lesbian chick, looked shocked that I said that. And Aurora looked kind of like really butthurt. But I could tell, especially in a city like Portland, no guy talks to chicks like that here, typically. They're gonna, especially an
Dude,
overweight 30, almost middle-aged dude
I
is
was gonna
not
say
gonna.
this chick probably like she's probably some feminist and she's like, I guess today will be the first day I'll finally flirt with a boy again after 12 years of deciding boys are tail. Today I'll give one boy a chance. I'm
Yep.
gonna flirt with one guy, and then you're like, you mean nothing. She's like, ah.
Yeah. Well, and I could tell, dude. I could tell no dude has ever talked to her like that, and I bet you anything. As much as she was pissed off, and as much of a slob as I look, because I was just wearing gym shorts and a t-shirt, she probably got fucking turned on by that in some ways. You know?
Yeah, she went home and finger banged to the
Yeah.
idea you plowing her, telling her she doesn't matter. Tell me I
Yep.
don't matter again. You don't matter, bitch. Oh.
You mean nothing to me. Now open your mouth. That way you can give me 50 bobs.
I'd like a receipt on that too, bitch.
Oh hell yeah, dude. There's a reason black dudes get laid so easily when they're like like a player pimp type guy.
Yeah.
They treat women like dirt, and they don't have to get committed, and that's just what I'm gonna do around here, dude. Just like every guy that I've talked to that has kind of been where I'm at, where they just have that switch, and they're just like, you know what? When I was nice, I was never getting any pussy, but as soon as I became a dick and I acted like they didn't matter, that they were kind of a nuisance, for some reason they have to chase your validation. You know.
Yeah. Oh, it's
So
totally true.
yep. So
Like when
that's
I
what I'm
used to
gonna go
date,
with.
I'd like if you go on a date with like a really hot girl that you're really into, so you kind of work for it, man, they never go well. But the dates you go on where you're like, I guess this chick's all right, whatever. That's the one that you wind up like being with or fucking. The one that you're like, uh, oh man, she's so hot, I gotta have her. I'm gonna take her out. And you're like too nice. Yeah, that shit's over.
Yeah. Yeah. So, just a little change of subject. That one chick that I fingered in the park. I talked to her last night when I was drunk. I'm just texting and stuff. And the funny thing is like, uh,
Dude, how many
now
finger
she,
bangs did you give her though? You didn't give her three until that was a treat, did you?
I gave her like one slide of the finger, dude. That's all it was. But now she's like telling me she's a crying mess and trying to like make me her emotional tampon. In her last message, she says, "Babe," and I'm like, "Fuck that, dude." I'm not gonna even respond to her. I should just block her ass and just be done. She's like trying to like wrangle me into like being her boyfriend or some shit. We haven't even slept together. Like, no,
Well,
fuck that.
that's what happens when you take Oscar the Grouch to the park, man.
Yep. That's what I've learned. That's why I'm
I
just
still
gonna
feel like you're not. I feel like you're not being truthful on this one.
huh?
You know, I feel like this one you're still not being truthful. You're like,
What
yeah, she had a
part?
pretty face.
Yeah, she
You can tell you're on the dumps. You know, you got with a Uggo. It's okay.
she is an uggo, dude. I mean, she's got nice. She's got nice eyes, and that's about it. But dude, her
Oh
like
man, she was ugly. If
kiss,
you're like, she has nice
yeah, she has nice
eyelashes.
eyes. Yeah, yeah, but fucking, she's got these like snaggle
She
teeth,
speaks
right?
English.
She speaks English, but like it was like really difficult like making out with her and stuff because her, I try not to dump on people um too bad, because I'm not perfect, but the main thing with her is I just feel like a friendship won't ever work because she'll always be wanting something more that I never want to have with her. I don't, she's got two kids. I've got two kids of my own. I don't need someone else's kids, for one. For two, I chose to not fuck her because I don't want to go down that road of someone harassing me all the time, trying to be something to mean something to me when they don't mean anything. It would just
Yeah.
be like a fucking lay, dude. Like, I,
Plus, you're gonna
after
call one day and
talking,
she's like, "I'm pregnant and
oh
I
fuck
got your
that,
fucking
dude.
Muppet in me." You're like,
Yeah,
ah, shit.
no, dude, if she told me that, I would go over there, console her, and convince her to take a drive to a Planned Parenthood to have an abortion.
Oh, you'd be that nice. I thought you were gonna say you console her and then you'd be bending the clothes hanger into the right shape,
Yeah,
and you'd be like, "Lay back on."
if the consoling didn't work, then yeah, I'd have to perform my own little operation. But that's another reason, dude, why I don't want to just go sleep around with random chicks because I don't want to get another kid, dude. I'm actually thinking. I looked up vasectomies the other day to see how much they are, and I'm thinking get insurance and fucking just get a vasectomy.
Oh man, gonna
Just
end the kings. Not even let your kings go down the shower drain.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like the idea of having another kid, especially with the wrong person, just terrifies me. Just like getting married ever again terrifies the shit out of me because I've been there. Like if you ever came up to me, and you said, John, I met this chick. She's wonderful. She laughs at all my shit. We're
You
gonna
better
get
kick me in the
married and stuff.
nuts, and then like tie him into
I
a
would give you
knot, and then like,
Dude, I would, here's the thing. I consider you my best friend. So if you were like, I want you to, be one of my groomsmen or whatever, I'd be like, okay, man. But you asked me to do a speech and I'm going to give you the truth, the cold, hard truth during the speech. Like if we have like a pre-wedding party and stuff, I'm going to be pushing you the whole time to like remember, remember the good times that you had before you got with this broad. Remember
pushing you.
how,
Be like,
yeah,
remember who you are.
yeah, because she's cool with your toys right now, but eventually she's gonna have you pack it up. She's
Now,
eventually
if I
gonna,
start talking like that, you better check that chick's purse for some drugs, because
yeah, oh,
she's messing with, she's done something, or like, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. There is the possibility. I know that you're
No, 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 no. Let's not go here.
okay. All
There's no
right, all right.
possibility.
Yeah. Well, then, we're on the same page. Me, I think we have our different reasons. It's because I've been fucked over and I don't want to be fucked over again, and you've just gotten used to it. You know. And I think I just need to get used to it, just being alone and fucking when the temptation comes, just jerk off and tell myself it's only a few more months till I go to Southeast Asia, and then I can plow for a couple weeks, and then go another solid year of just being alone, not being fucked with. So
Yeah.
I think that that's going to be my deterrent. Just go there and just have my fun, my vacations, and then call it good. Just remember every time that I meet a chick, she's probably going to be the same, having like a bunch of dudes on her social media that she's talking to anyways behind my back. Why get
I mean,
involved with
not
something
behind your
like that?
back. You'll be taking her on a date, and she'll be on her Instagram looking up thirst traps,
Yep.
and then like
That's what
ragging
they
on
are.
you about some dumb shit, and you'll be like,
Yeah. And then, if I see a little comment from some dude, oh, he's just a friend. He's just a friend. You don't need to worry about him. He's been in my life for a long time and he means the world to me. You can't, that's the thing is if you're in a relationship, you can't have friends of the opposite sex. It doesn't work,
he's
you
just
know?
my friend. He's like on her in bed, fucking her. She's like, he's just my friend. He's just inside me.
Who the fuck is that?
saying you was, well, you said that you'd like catch her looking. She's like, keep this in front. I'm saying you catch
Are
her
you
looking.
still there? Because I can't really hear you.
Hello?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I gotta ask, bro. Uh, was that a chick's voice in the background?
No. What are you talking
Huh.
about?
Oh, I heard my friend, and it sounded like there was a chick in the background, like you were explaining something to.
No, I was explaining to you because you're saying
Oh,
your chick would be on the phone, like, and you'd see what she's doing. You'd be like, "Who's that?" And she'd be like, "Oh, it's just my friend. It's just my friend." And I was saying, "No, you'd catch him in bed, and he'd be like deep inside of her, like thrusting." She's like, "He's just my friend. He's just my friend."
yeah. See, you cut out for a minute. It sounded like you were talking to someone in the background, and I was like, "This motherfucker has been lying to me the whole time. He's been selling me a bill of goods about how great of life he's got as a bachelor, and in reality, he's
No, the
just
only one
fuck."
here is my dog. My dog that keeps barking because the apartment next to me is vacant. And they're fucking, I don't know, painting shit or doing something. No, sorry, just me.
Good. That's the way to be. I'm learning from you, bro. You're I'm gonna grow out one of those little Padawan braids before I come visit you.
Well, that's gonna go to no use.
Yeah.
I got no interest in that, my friend. If I've led you on, I'm sorry. If this is like a three head bobs thing, I didn't mean to.
No, you're all good. You're all good. Uh,
I know, I'm just
yeah,
joking.
yeah. No, yeah. I don't know. Like we were talking about earlier, gays have the lifestyle, but you can't. That's. I used to believe that they just chose to be that way, and there's no fucking way you can just choose to be that way. Because if I could choose to be that way, at this point, dude, it would probably be it'd be a treat.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
And
especially
not
if it
in
was
a
a
three
chick.
head bob way. Yeah, dude. Oh,
Unfortunately, they don't have the same mind where you can't just be like, "Look, let's go fuck," and then let's do this because they don't.
yeah.
Chicks don't do that. They're like, "I gotta be in the mood," and like the mood, some elaborate fucking, I don't even know, a whole full day of stuff you got to do just to
I
get
wonder
there.
what
And then
a
she's like, "Ooh, I got a headache. Oh, let's try again tomorrow so you can fucking spend money on me and tell me all this shit." And but
yeah. Fuck that. Um. So over, I'm not sure when, but at some point, I want to make a trip down to Houston. That way we can meet in person and shit. Um.
I'll
I don't
make it
know. How do you?
before August. Make it before August
Yeah.
15th. Then I'll be back to my 50 hours a week.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking either like around then or like spring break or maybe next summer or some shit.
Yeah,
Um,
that works.
I don't know. You'll have to tell me like a hotel that's kind of close to where you live. That way, it'll be easy to like hook up, go and do shit and stuff.
Dude, there's plenty. I live right by. Well, we're not gonna say this,
No.
but where I'm at, there is quite a bit because there's a lot of tourists come here.
Oh,
Although there's
cool.
not a lot of shit to do, but
Yeah, that's fine. Because I figured we'd probably just try to like make YouTube videos and shit and just fuck around and go hang out a couple days and then I'd be back in Portland. So,
yeah, just
but
like recreate every Van Damme movie, scene
yeah,
for
hell yeah,
scene.
dude.
Okay.
And yeah, do the fat dragons. That's one thing I'm thinking we could do is do the fat dragons thing.
Yeah, we'd have to train for our role. We'd have to film us
Mm,
training, learn our parkour moves and our judo kicks and like
yeah, but yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm telling myself now that I'm single. Like, I can go down, meet you in person and stuff, and then
and then we find out we don't get along. Like, fuck you, man. I'm out of here. Good riddance.
yeah, that
I
would
didn't like
fucking
your
suck.
writing anyways. Ah, that hurt.
You're, yeah, you think you make art, but you just draw stick figures, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that would suck, but I don't think it would go like that. I think we'd have fun.
I know, I'm just
But
kidding.
yeah, yeah, I don't. I don't know what the fuck we would do if we were like hanging out. Probably just dick around.
Yeah, we'd go
Uh,
to the park, like you said, and probably shoot some shit or something. That or
yeah,
we just stand there like, hey, man, hey. Yeah, it was cool. Hey, so what are we gonna do? I don't know, something like that. And then I'd be like, look, I
Yeah.
brought a giant boob to tie to my dog that we can chase. You feel like chasing this giant boob? And you'd be like, oh, okay, okay.
Or we could go into your pool and do like somersaults and run on the walls, and people could look at
Oh,
us
there
like
you go.
we're complete homos.
Hey,
Look at
I do
those
it alone
grown
right
men.
now. So, but I've been going in the morning before it's like overrun with kids and people.
Yeah,
I try to keep it a
yeah,
little bit discreet.
yeah. People would probably see you doing that, and they'd be like, "Oh man, this guy's like something is wrong with this guy."
I'm
they'd probably
sure
just
they.
think they'd probably just think you were retarded. Probably.
Well, there's two ways it could go. One person could see me and think I'm retarded, and some people would see it and be like, "Dude, this guy's just living his best life."
Yeah, yeah. That's what I would think. I'd be like, "Oh man, that guy's got some balls running around like a kid, just splashing around in the water."
Well, I'm not running around the pool, but I go in the pool, and then you push off one
Mm,
side, and you go to the other side, and you try to run on it, and then you push off, you try to go to the next wall, like run like a
yeah.
ninja underwater, and then you do somersaults until you get water up your nose, and you come up like coughing and hacking.
What's that? Is it kickboxer that he does that underground or underwater training? I think it's kickboxer.
It might be. I don't know. I'll have to see because I got kickboxer now.
Mm, I think I've got that one in my DVD case.
It must be kickboxer or something else because I've been watching all these Van Damme movies and I haven't seen that.
It's either kickboxer or blood sport.
It's not Bloodsport because I watched that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, and he doesn't go off to get trained by anyone in blood sport. So
Yeah.
it's kickboxer.
Oh, have you ever seen the Amazon Prime series, the Van Damme series?
What I was gonna watch it, but I just never got around to it. I probably should because I've heard good things about it.
Oh yeah, you love it because it's like ridiculous Van Damme stuff where he's like an actor, but then he's also like a CS, some like kind of secret agent or something like that. So he has to like do his movie scenes, and then he really, I don't know, it's pretty good.
Has to go and do some secret missions and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that might be worth watching.
yeah. I forget
Van
how
Dam.
much it was, and I don't think it had an ending though. I think it might have just like crapped out, or like they just didn't make anymore.
Hmm, that's too bad. The one I think you told me about it. Steven Seagal, Lawman.
Oh yeah, yeah. Apparently he's a
Where he's
really good
walking.
shot.
Yeah, he is a good shot, but it's kind of funny that he walks around talking like a Louisiana blue, like black guy. You know.
It just has all these voiceovers when he's yes, it's funny, but apparently like he trains cops how to shoot because he's really good at it or something.
Mm. Yeah, he's a really good shot. Yeah, he's a ridiculous man. He's fucking ridiculous.
Well, ridiculous, but man, he bagged Kelly LeBrock in her prime.
Yeah,
I mean, you could just do that, and then you could just do that and die and be like, I'm good. I mean,
yeah.
I figure that's why
I,
he got fat and all crazy because like you can't go, you already hit ceiling. Like what
yeah,
happens when you can't go up anymore? It's only one way to go down.
that's true. Well, and also, like your Kelly LeBrock would probably be what, Natalie Portman. Like as soon as you got like Natalie Portman in her prime and lost her,
Yeah.
that'd be like your nervous breakdown
Well, I mean,
time.
I don't want her like long term.
Yeah, a couple fun
I'd like it for
evenings.
a few, until like 3 months. About that time where you kind of done it all, you had it all.
Yeah,
It's not going to
you
get any
get
better, and it's probably just going to get worse.
no. That's the best part of any relationship is the first 3 to 6 months, and then after that, it's just garbage.
Yeah, that's all I'd want. So I don't really want what Seagal and Kelly Brock had. They're married, were they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I don't want all that. I just want the fun, excitement,
Yep.
and then
Where you're just like you think you're in love, and then once that feeling starts to go away, and you're like, you know what, Natalie's kind of a bitch. Then you just leave.
yeah, yeah, until you see the truth of like Yeah.
Her trying to change you, like, you got to throw out these these toys, Dick. You got to throw out these toys. These figures aren't for men.
It wouldn't be toys, man. It'd be in my books. I don't know how many I've wrote about her. It'd be too many. She'd be like, "This
Oh
is not
yeah,
good."
people
I
are
can't
starting
believe
to
you wrote
believe
this.
these things. People are starting to believe these things about me, Dick. You got to get them off Amazon.
You just love me for my body. I do. I don't know. Well, crap.
Yeah, your body's banging, but your personality is shit.
Not really. I don't know. I don't know if it's just fun to have something that you pretend is like all that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, man, I gotta cut it loose because
Because your
my
mom's
mom's
knocking at the
gonna have
door.
no, well, she's just gonna have a Zoom meeting and stuff, and so I can't really talk as freely as possible because she's got, business people. But by the end
All
of
right, we'll do this again.
yeah, we will. I figure it'll probably be a weekly thing, but or bi-weekly, something like that. But next,
Problem.
yeah, after this summer, I'm just staying here because I'm gonna have my kids for like 6 weeks, 3 weeks out of each month, so it's just easier to
Oh,
be
shit.
here rather than go pay for a place that they can't be at for right now. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but so anybody
Um,
listening, I'm not a total loser. There's a reason I'm here.
Dude, nobody's gonna listen to this.
Nah.
I went through like long periods where I forgot people. I wasn't just on the phone.
Yeah.
Like
Well, and
I had long periods where I just thought we were just talking on the phone. I forgot there was anybody even fucking around
that's
listening.
that's the thing about our podcast is it's not an actual podcast. It's just two guys shooting the shit, really.
Yeah, pretty. I literally just felt like I was just like hanging out on the phone with somebody. All
Yeah,
right, so nobody's listening out there. They're probably long gone.
probably. But I mean, that's the good thing. That's how I know that we'll get along because we can just talk for a couple hours easy, and goes by pretty
Yeah.
quick.
Until you see
But
my
anyway,
giant dick and you get all jealous. You're like, fuck, man. This guy's packing a hog around me. I can't do this shit. No, I'm kidding.
I would not give a shit. It would be whatever. Yeah, the good Lord blessed him, and whatever. Some of us just aren't that lucky.
I'm just kidding. I was just trying to think of what reason we would like argue or something.
I'd be really fucking stupid to argue with you about it. I don't like you. You got a big dick. I'm out of this friendship.
Well, if I did, like, I always wore short shorts and I was always putting a leg up, like on that episode of Friends where the guy's dick would hang, his balls would hang out. So that kind of shit.
Yeah,
Here we go. You
your
like
pecker,
fucking hang your dick out.
yeah, your pecker would just be like sliding out of your shorts, like meeting the bottom of your thigh and stuff, or you'd like go. He'd go and like take a shower, come out in like a really my uncle did this, and I kind of joked with my dad about it when I was younger. He went and took a shower and he came out and wore a towel, if you could call it that. It was like almost practically a mini skirt.
Oh, jeez.
And he sits in this recliner and he keeps uncrossing his legs and his balls just hang out and stuff. And I was joking with my dad that it was like Basic Instinct.
Oh.
And that's what you would do to me. You'd be like, well, John, and you'd do it knowingly. I'm going to go take a shower now. I'll be out. Don't fuck
Well,
with
I'd
my
have to show you
figs.
my Natalie Portman tattoo.
That's what we should do when we go down there. We should go and get tattoos. You should get Natalie Portman and I'll get Shannon Elizabeth.
Just right on our dicks.
Yeah.
That way you remember.
Oh,
You have to match the picture to the person. So if you're looking at a chick to do her, you're like, is that the same? Nope. Okay, can't do it.
yeah, I'll be right there. Yeah. Well, on the dick, I'd have to get Jeff Bezos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Well,
like the story.
in the story, I have Tom Hanks as a dick, but yours has little arms on it.
Oh, well, I guess I could super glue some of those like little old school rubber toy arms. But
And mine
anyways,
is
man.
Tom Hanks, but he's dressed like Barbarella.
Anyways, man, I'm gonna let you go, and we'll do this like next week.
Okay. So.
All right. All right. Later.